Thursday, April the 6th. Guys, I feel like by now, these EMOMs are just kind of like second nature to us, right? Like, you guys kind of understand what we're looking for with regard to the stimulus, or at least with regard to the intent, which is always that we're looking to have, let's call it on average, 40 to 45 seconds of work at most, where the rest of the time on each minute is rest. But not only that, but you see, like today we have skills involved. Last week we had skills involved. We're always going to have some kind of skill involved that we're working on, and sometimes it's a skill that we're specifically calling out for development that day, like push-ups today, and then other times we're going to have like auxiliary skills, ones that we're not necessarily talking about, but that it's, you know, still a skill that you should get more comfortable with in this type of workout. So today we're talking about push-ups. Hopefully something that you learn in that clinic is something that you can apply in the workout. But we also have double unders, and that's kind of a skill that's an evergreen skill. You know, there's never going to be a time where we're not working towards double unders. Not that we're going to see them every week, but they are particularly helpful for this type of EMOM, because it's basically like saying, hey, look, we gave you 50 to do in a minute again. And for some of you guys, that might be very easy. But for others, we know that that number is not necessarily 50. It might be 30. It might be 25. But bottom line is, we're giving you a minute to say, look, this is time bound, and then there is a little bit of pressure when you are time bound, but we're not going to say you absolutely have to get 50 or 30 or else go to singles. We don't want that at all. We want people practicing the movement. So by now I feel like you guys kind of have that part down. If for you this workout is 20 double unders on that minute, then please just try to make it that. Or for you it's just 45 seconds of practice, well, you know, I'm well on record, videos and otherwise, in saying that sometimes the practicing of the double unders is a lot more difficult than the doing of the double unders, at least from a did I get a good workout today standpoint. What else do we have? We have the kettlebells and push-ups. Now again, you know, you might learn something in the push-ups today, a light bulb might go off that makes you go, okay, 10's not that bad. But for others, you might say 10 is a lot for me. There's no way I'm fitting that into a minute, let alone standing up and also doing the kettlebells. And for you, same idea applies. Like, the question is, and I think it's fair to ask, like, what can you volume-wise give us that allows you to do both movements? Is it 3 and 3? Or is it, I can give you 3 really good push-ups and then I can do all 10 of the kettlebell swings? Again, we just want to find, we're threading a needle. You tell us, what can you fit into that minute where you're still going to get like 15 seconds or 20 seconds of rest? Let's call that on average. There's always that 1 or 2 movements in these EMOM type workouts where you know it's going to take you a little bit longer, but it's okay because there's another movement where you're going to be able to borrow some of the rest from. That might not necessarily be the case today, although I think this is one of our most balanced EMOMs yet, meaning I think that all 4 of the movements, or all 4 of the prescribed minutes in this workout are pretty even. Like, there's no, you know, the one week we had the 3 front squats or 3 power cleans, and everybody was finishing those in like 9 seconds, and you knew that that was an opportunity to catch up on your rest. Today, none of them stand out to look. Again, I'm in my full juror garb right now. None of these movements, so I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna try to. None of them stand out to me as going to take 55 seconds and I'm going to have to deal with that. They all seem to me, at least, you know, reason we wrote them this way, to be in that 40 to 45 second range. The deadlift and burpee one, right? That really is going to, again, that's going to depend on, I think everybody can do 5 deadlifts at 60% in a relatively short amount of time. Let's call it 15 seconds. Touch and go. This should be a touch and go weight for you. So if you do your calculation and it seems like, no, it's not touch and go for me, well then let's reduce it to something that's still moderately heavy but touch and go worthy for the entire workout. Then again, we're gonna have some folks who are like, I don't know about those burpees though. Like, I can't finish those in less than the allotted time. Now, I hope that we have some people who are gonna say, like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see how it goes, and then maybe have to borrow some rest from a different movement or a different time. But let's not forget that we can reduce the reps of things, right? Maybe the 5 deadlifts happens for you. We hope it does. But you think that the burpees are going to only have to be 2 or 3 for you trust me, that's the kind of scaling that we like, because we know you're still going to get the stimulus. If you're scaling burpees from 5 to 2 or 3, then most likely you need it to, and it's for the right reasons, and you're still getting like that. Those 1 or 2 are still very difficult, so totally get it. That's what we're looking for today. I think this is going to be one of those ones that's just like a sustained, solid effort where at the end you feel pretty proud that you did it, and there's nothing really in there that's gonna make us feel like we're underwater. That's the hope, anyway. All right, guys. Appreciate your time. Have a good one.